Praise Jesus, praise the Lord. Hello my darling, how are you? So today it is Sunday. I'm from actually meeting a client, so I was doing some wedding makeup. I'm just here waiting to go inside the house, and I decided maybe to give you a quick like a story, just to tell you, because I've been getting a lot of questions about this topic, people asking me how I settled. So in case you are new here, hi, my name is Jalia. So currently I live in the US, but I came from Uganda. It's an African country in East Africa. In case you're not familiar, you have to know. Actually, who doesn't know Uganda? Who doesn't know Uganda? We are famous. Anyway, so I'm from Uganda. I've been living in the US for how long? Let me count. 2 years non-stop. So most of the times I'm usually asked about my darlings. You usually ask me like how to get used to each and everything. Let me tell you, coming or going to any country that is not your home country requires a lot of energy. I know a lot of people be like, me the moment I got there, it's not easy settling in. And this is why I'm here, just to tell you, my experience personally, and maybe those that I've had maybe from scared me. But let me just tell you a few things about loneliness, food. Did you know that even getting used to the food is also another issue? So loneliness, I actually noted down because I'm good at forgetting. So I noted down the food, friends, expenses, cost of living, work, documents, staying out of drama, patience, each and everything. Because I went to, maybe, for those who are planning to relocate or, moving out, like maybe you're going to live in a different country. It may not be necessarily US, but any country that it's not your mother country, you need to know such things. And let's get so these are experiences that I usually get maybe from friends, because I've had a different couple of friends moving out of Uganda, maybe settling anywhere around the world, my sisters, my brothers, different people experience such. And let me first tell you the first thing that that made me cry a lot. This is missing my family. Like, when you come this side, you don't have anyone, you don't have friends, you don't have any family around this, it's totally like you're a newborn baby starting. So I missed my family a lot, and every time I remember those first few months, every time I used to cry, I could be on phone like that. Mommy, I miss you. Like, missing family, I think it actually got me to a point where I felt like even going back. Yes, honestly speaking. So I reached a point where I felt like even, I think I should pack my bags and go back. But the only thing that, stopped me is every time I used to remember, Jale, you know what? This is not you. Don't give up. So it kept me motivated. Actually, the one reason why I started YouTube is because I was feeling super lonely. I was missing my parents. I was missing my family. I was totally, what is wrong today? When you're done makeup and you feel that something that is itching. So time reached, I even felt like, but one thing that I did that I don't regret is opening up a YouTube channel. Because I remember I first did TikTok, and then I got a point where no, this is not me. So I started a YouTube channel, not because I really thought maybe I would earn anything or what, just to take away my boredom, just to be, there creating content, doing some makeup. And I didn't know that you can even earn money. So with time, I learned, that's when I started. I was like, oh, okay, you can even make money off YouTube. Oh, okay, but in my first few videos that I did, which were kind of embarrassing even up to now, but I promised I'll never delete them. Yeah, that is one reason that actually bought that. Okay, now let us talk about food. Food is also something totally different when it comes like settling it, or maybe moving out of your home country, getting used. So I reached here. I remember very well the first meal that I had, it was meat. I thought it's going to taste like home meat, beef. Who doesn't know that taste of meat? I cooked it. It had totally different tastes, like totally different. Excuse my filming technique. I'm not a pro, but anyway, yeah, food tastes tasted totally different. Even chicken, I thought maybe chicken would taste the same. I know some people might be like, Jalia, maybe it's your taste or what. Surely it totally tasted different. I remember, oh yes, I had KFC. I thought maybe it's KFC, it's it totally tasted different. Now this is what I did. We found an African shop where we could get like home chicken, that chicken that is hard. It tasted like home chicken, so that one we actually got to know where we can get that. What else? Yeah, but for the case of the meat, rice is the same. Yeah, rice is the same. Even like corn flour, is it corn? Yeah, corn flour or posho kaunga, it totally tastes different. So getting used to the food was also another challenge, but yeah, with time I got to know. I was like, you know what, this is me. I'm not going to stress about like sending people, get me this kind of food, get me that kind of food, because I just felt like, what, it's time, you get used to what is around, because you are about to stay here for the rest of your life. Now another challenge was work. I remember, let me tell you, I think, and everyone can actually agree with me, let me try and focus it to me. Yeah, and actually everyone can totally agree is, if you move out of your home country and come maybe to Europe or UK or where, like you're willing to work, you're willing to do each and everything as long as it earns you money. You are willing to do any kind of job. So I remember when I just came in, I was like, okay, so now how am I going to work? Remember, you are supposed to have documents, which I'm going to talk about later. So I was totally determined to do any work. But let me tell you, you're not going to just come up and get a job like out of the blue. You know what, I can do this. You know what, I can do that. You have to take yourself back to school, because not every job, you see, when you are home, there are certain jobs that you can do even without being qualified, but when you come here, boy, girl, you are supposed to go back to school. Okay, so you are supposed to go back to school, study just a little bit, get to know, and after even studying, you have an experience. That is also another challenge, that you can even decide to go back to school, but then even after working, even after going to school and studying, they'll ask you, do you have an experience? You've gone to a certain store just to grab a small job, you'll be like, I'll go back to school, maybe I'll do nursing, maybe I'll do a certain course in this and that and that and that and that, it's temporary, but no one is even willing to offer you a job. Like, you have to look further. Oh yeah, that is better. So yeah, I was still telling you, okay, so now let's go to the issue of the friends. And I have to tell you the truth, I never made friends here in the US. My clients are my friends. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have someone I call a friend, like, what, this person is my friend, I usually go out, hang out with them. No, like, my clients are my friends. My clients are my friends. That's how I can explain it to you, but you have to be careful with the kind of friends you make. You have to be very careful. Sometimes you can make friends that can help you, but at the same time you can make friends that can mess you up. And I'm this kind of a person who doesn't like drama, and I feel like being alone is just enough. So such a antisocial person. Like, I rarely go out, I rarely move out with people. For people who follow me on social media, sometimes I even get messages, people asking me, Jalia, you don't post outdoor pictures. What, all the pictures you post, you're in the house, you're in your house. Yeah, that is me. And it actually came from my husband telling me, Jalia, you need to be careful with the kind of friends you make. Anyway, all in all, I made friends that, I should say, online friends, people who do similar business, but they are far away from me. Like, I usually communicate them maybe via Instagram, via text or what. So yeah, I didn't make friends here. So my clients are my friends. Yeah, and there are those people who would really just want to come just to show off, just to just, can I say it like this, they just want to show that they want to help you, but yet in actual sense they don't want to help you. They just want to take credit or what. So yeah, I try to stay away from drama and all that. Okay, now this is something important that I need to share with you. It is called patience, Mr. Patience. When you are coming here, when you are going anywhere, any country you're going to settle in, or you're trying to settle in, you need to have patience. I wasn't kind of patient sometimes, but I was patient. Not patient, like I was really this kind of a person, like today I'm patient, tomorrow I'm not patient, today I'm patient, tomorrow I'm not patient. But I need to tell you something. You need to be patient. You need to let God work at his timing. I was this kind of a person, like, who thinks everything is going to work out like so quick, but it did not really happen. So you need to be so patient when you come here. It's still bothering me, but I'm praying for the grace of God. Okay, this is also I need to talk about is be creative. I don't think I would be where I am right now if I was dormant, if I was stuck to this mentality of thinking that, you know what, I'm supposed to study, look for a job, be well. Like, be creative. In the times, you see every immigrant, every person moving, like, anywhere you're going, there is that time you are home. There is that time that you are home, your documents are not there, you haven't started working, you don't have even a single ID. So there is usually that period when you are home. Utilize that period to get creative, because there are people who are going to spend over a year at home, over 2 years at home, when their documents are not ready. Don't have this mentality of thinking that, you know what, it's always supposed to be like going to school, grabbing a job. Be creative, find something, get out of your comfort zone. That is something that I learned, that if I did not take a step of getting myself out there. I remember those days when I was on Facebook, on Instagram, people used to laugh at me. People used to be, oh my God, look at our Jelly, look what she became. But they did not know that God had something for me, and for me, I was seeing it. I was really seeing it, but nobody was seeing it. So you could go maybe do lives or do any YouTube video and people could laugh at you. So anyway, what I'm telling you is that sometimes when you need to get rid of friends, when you need to get rid of certain people, just do that. If you feel your mental health, if you feel your vision is being stopped by your friends or your family, block them. I had to start a way new life. No people who knew me, like no one knew me. My past friends, everyone that I saw that was like a hindrance to my success, to my YouTube or what. Sometimes you see, let me tell you, I'm back. My battery had totally gone down. So yeah, let me talk about cost of living. Usually when you move to a totally different country, especially if you move to like US, UK, maybe any European country, like the cost of living is usually higher than what you are used for, like way back home. From Uganda, it was a little bit lower compared to here, but this is something that you need to know. You need to get used that this is how it's supposed to be. And I could wake up and was like, you know this mentality of budgeting and be like, so paying 1,000, for instance, paying 1,000 for a particular, like, okay, let me say, like, you're paying $2,000 for your rent, or 2,500, depending on where you are, the location, the neighborhood you want to live in. It's all in different cities. Actually, even the states matters. So people living in a different state might be paying a little bit higher than, so for me, I'm in Texas. It's kind of low compared to those living maybe in California or where, but it's totally hard to adjust. Imagining when I was living in Uganda, I used to pay $300 for my rent. So now jumping from 300 to 2,500 or to 2,000, so it's kind of like higher. You'll be like, I used to pay 300, and trust me, I was living in one of those best good apartments, you know, paying $300. That is around 1 million Uganda shillings. So yeah, cost of living sometimes differs. Food, I shouldn't talk about food because it's almost the same. Yeah, it's not totally like so expensive when it comes to food, but yeah, expenses. And let me see what more. Another thing that I need to advise or maybe to talk about is that I was willing to learn. I could ask questions. I could, each and everything that I didn't know, I could ask. I could even be, so I did not have people, as I told you, so I could be like on social media. When I find someone who is on a higher success, you find someone successful, you know, having a good clientele, you reach out to them like nicely. Hi, my name is Tialia, blah blah blah, I'm just starting out, I do this and that, you know, just brief me out, can you please get some time and brief me how to grow my clientele, do this, that, blah, blah, blah. So you find those, you know, people who have time, they could reply to you. Those who never had time, I understood that they never had time, so I could just ask people, and good enough, I got answers. I even started working with people. This is how I used to do. I could ask people who like makeup artists. I could reach out to them and be like, hey, in case you need an assistant, in case you need someone to help you out, I am right here. You know, I can help you, maybe like we do together. When it's like this, when you approach someone, they're not going to pay you the way if they approached you. Does it make sense? So when you approach someone, they're not going to pay you the way they were supposed to pay you. But yeah, and actually this is something that I learned, you know, is don't think you know better. When you come, be ready to learn, be ready to listen, be ready to learn how certain things are done. You know, when you come with this mentality, you know what, no, this is how it's done at home, this is how it's done in Uganda, this is how you speak it out, this is how you do it, you'll stay in that position. Like, be ready to learn. Like, if you know this phone is called a phone, like, be ready to learn it. You will know that it's called a phone, and then you will decide how to speak it, but just be ready to learn. Okay, one final tip before I go. Let me just give you this final tip, and this is being good and being good to people. Yes, being good people, because when you are good to people, people will start recommending you. Even if, let me tell you, even if you haven't yet gotten documents and you're still hustling, you're still doing, you know, playing around, like finding those extra, maybe like getting $10 to, you know, just to sustain you. If you are good to people, you end up getting, you know, helping other people to babysit, like to do simple work which can help you earn a little bit. So be nice, be calm, don't overtalk, don't be such a bad person. I don't want to say like a bad person, but anyway, all in all, just be a calm person, be willing to learn, love, smile where necessary, answer where you ask. Don't just, you know, try to show people how you know a lot. And yeah, by God's grace, you will be fine and you will settle. In my next video, I'll let you know how it all started, how I started my YouTube, how I started my business, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a vlog, sort of. Now let me get myself, let me put up the windows so that we can go. It is a Sunday now. Let me go and I meet my babies. Standing close to my dream car. Love this car. Lord, give me the grace to buy this car in the name of Jesus. That is my dream car. But I'm not this kind of a person who is like ready to spend. I think I'll start slow. I'll always go slow. Ooh, it's a lot of sun. Yeah, anyway, I think I'll always go super slow when it comes to purchasing any sort of thing, because I wouldn't want to be in a lot of expenses simply because I have a lot of expenses. So anyway, I'll see you in my next vlog. See you.